Good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's excited about life?
Yeah.
Oh. Does anybody in here like the life that they're in at the moment?
Yes.
You do? So, okay. So there are some life lovers in here. Okay. So, I want to say that there is a time and a season for everything. There's a time to love life, and there's a time to not so love life. Would you agree?
Yeah.
There's a time to be up, and there's a time to be down. There's a time to be happy, yeah? And there's a time to be sad. And it's those times that we go through that we have to say, what do we do in those moments? What do we do? When we're happy, we know what to do. When we're happy, we're glad, it's easy. But when we're not so happy, we're quite sad. Now, at this stage in my life, I'm happy, but not so long ago I wasn't. And I would say that there's perhaps at least one person in this room that has had a not so happy moment not long ago. Is there?
Yeah.
Somebody can relate. Thank you, thank you. At least one person. You know, life is good, and the fact that we do have a time and a season is for a reason, because we can't all be down at the same time, and we can't all be up at the same time. I lost my grandmother some years back, and when that happened to me, it really made me think about life and living, and it led me into the business, the line of work that I'm in now. I want you to do something for me. I want you to just close your eyes just for one moment. Everybody just close your eyes. And I want you to think about somebody that you really love. I want you to think about that person, and I want you to think to yourself how special and how important they are in your life. And what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine that you're not here, you've gone. I want you to open your eyes for a moment. That person that you saw, you're not here with them anymore. You've left them. That person could have been a wife, a husband, could have been a child, could have been a brother, a sister, anyone. The fact is, life isn't forever. We have to go at some point. And what we do in my line of work is that we educate you on how to get your life in order, because getting your life in order is key, it's vital. And at the end of the day, if we don't do it whilst we're alive and living, we're going to get into problems. So I have to say to you, when you thought about that person, how did you feel? Did you really fall in love with them when you were closing your eyes? Did you really enjoy seeing them? And then when they're not around, or you're not around, the fact is, we have to think to ourselves, if we're not there, what are we doing to make arrangements, to make sure that they are okay, to make sure that everything is sorted out for them? Well, I have a company called The Funeral Organiser, and we educate people on how to get your lives in order. And I'm so passionate about people getting their lives in order. It makes me have to go out there and get into the community and partner with people so that we can get people like yourselves, like myself, to really think about doing what we need to do. It's something that we don't want to think about, but I'm sorry, people, we have to, because we're not here forever. Life doesn't go on forever. And the fact is, what I want to say to you is, I want you to start to think very carefully about your loved ones and about what will happen if you're not there. What would happen? How would, you know, who would benefit from the things that you've worked so hard for? Who would look after young children? Who would be there? If you're not there, who's there? Who's there to do those things? There's a time and a season for everything. The time is now. You cannot put some things off. You can put off buying a bag or shoes. You can put off having your hair done. But you cannot put off getting your life in order. So I will say to you again, there is a time and a season for everything. A time to be happy, a time to be sad, a time to live, and a time to die.
Well done.